John McCain as vice president, and the election, especially when the lamestream press really tore into some of the best advice.
Best advice I would ever get on that campaign trail, especially anytime I got to sit down and just speak with American hero John McCain and hear from his heart what it was that he had in mind to help America become prosperous and so exceptional again. So any advice there? I'll tell you a piece of fun advice I got on the campaign trail though. It was the night of the vice presidential debate against Joe Biden. And I'm backstage in the green room getting ready to go out on stage to debate. And before any big event, you know, I got to pray because you want divine inspiration for such a thing. I've shared this story before, but I think it's hilarious. So I'm looking around for somebody to pray with in the green room on the campaign staff. And nobody looked real enthused about wanting to pray. So my little daughter Piper, she was 7 at the time, she was in the room with me. So I grabbed Piper and said, Piper, come here and come pray with Mama. For divine inspiration. But I wanted to make it easy for her to understand why it would be praying before, you know, she probably thought it was just another speech. And I said, well, this is, you know, a competition, it's a debate. So just pray that I win. And then I said, to make it even simpler, I said, Piper, just pray that God just speaks right through me. And she said, God speaking through you? That'd be cheating.
That will affect at this late date the outcome of the election.
Well, it should open people's eyes to what the media does as it works with this administration that is hiding something when it comes to our ambassador being killed and 3 other brave Americans being killed that night. And now all the information, as you're suggesting, coming out where there's obviously a cover-up as to what happened that night, and that it was 6 weeks ago. And the loved ones of those who were killed in this attack still don't have answers. And Americans don't have answers, and that's not right. And hopefully this opens people's eyes to see how powerful the media is when they decide to complicitly work with an administration that doesn't want to tell the truth about an issue. So hopefully people will open their eyes in these next 2 weeks before they are in that ballot box, those who aren't quite sure who to vote for yet. And they'll realize that perhaps other things that they have heard about Romney or about others that are not the chosen one of this very powerful leftist media, that they will realize, oh, perhaps there's another side of the story. They'll do their homework real quick in the next couple weeks and make a wise decision. The media is very powerful, and they have so much personally invested in Barack Obama that they will do anything to work with him to get reelected, even cover something up as tragic and important to know about as the Benghazi attack.
True. 2 years ago on this stage, what advice would you give to that man or woman who was placed in your situation to arm themselves against what's about to happen?
Well, one, don't think about 4 years from now. If you're in a position, and as Tom Irwin can testify, you know what I did as governor of Alaska, not making many friends in the legislature because I was cutting their pet projects. I made the largest veto cuts in our state's history because we had a surplus. So of course, the politicians who held the purse strings, they just wanted to spend that surplus, and it takes courage to say, no, just because we have a surplus doesn't mean that we're going to spend other people's money so recklessly today. In fact, now is the time to pay down debt and fund pension plans and other things out front, and out front fund education and give people back the money that was theirs anyway, do all that kind of thing. That's what we did, not try to maneuver for a position some years down the road. So somebody in a local office today needs to just do their job, know what they were elected to do, not wait for anybody to be patting them on the back, because people elect you to do the job, and you really shouldn't expect to have the pats on the back or anything, and not, certainly not try to maneuver yourself into some kind of position, because so much changes, there's so much volatility in politics, you know, day to day, much less years down the road.
Okay, I only have